Hey guys, welcome. It's Christine, and this is my new series called Take 10 with Me. And I want you to just drop everything, get a pencil and paper, and follow along. Now, even if you don't have a paper and pencil, we're going to just set our alarms. We don't go over, and we're just going to sketch. And again, if you don't have anything, you can just watch. Like when I was growing up, I just watched Bob Ross tutorials, and I wasn't ever actually painting with him, but it was relaxing to watch. So I'm going to set the timer here and we're just going to go for 10 minutes. And the whole idea is to have a co working space or actually co playing, or even more specifically, co sketching. And so just a time to relax. It's a new series I'm going to try to be doing to get myself to draw and paint more often. And also just 10 minutes, because a lot of people say they can't even find 10 minutes in the day, but I'm sure you can. And also, it gets really hot in my studio without the air conditioner on, and I can't have it on because it's too loud when I'm sketching. So let's just sketch, and I'm going to set this alarm. And again, you can follow along. You can draw what I'm going to be drawing, or you can just draw your own thing, or just watch. And yeah, this is my new series. And yesterday I was the first one. So you can watch that later if you want to. So I'm going to set this alarm and we're going to get started. So we don't have a lot of time. And so we're just going to go for it. I had a few things out here. And I think I'm just going to do this fun seashell since it is the summertime. And I'm going to make this bigger. Good. I guess you can see that in both mobile. And it's nice to be able to put it down so it doesn't move. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put it down like that and put it in kind of an interesting angle so that, yeah, so you can see. Now, of course, we don't have color. We just have these. And again, you can use anything you want. The idea is just to relax. Doesn't matter what you come up with. And this is moving, of course. I'm just going to kind of squish it down there. And I'm going to draw a little bit bigger. Oops, I tried to tape this down. Just a sec. I thought I taped it down. So this is an abalone because it's summertime and we can pretend we're out on the beach. Now, if you want to, you can say hello in the comments. I love it when people say hello and ask any questions you want to about sketching. All right, now we only have 8.5 minutes. So the idea isn't to try to stress out and feel like you have to finish a drawing in 10 minutes. The whole idea is to just give yourself the gift of time and just whatever you get done, you get done. And it's not about the product. It's about the process of relaxing. I'm going to try to have a more relaxing voice here. I'm just starting out with this hard version of my charcoal pencil. And once I get that outline, I think I'll move to the softer version. And we see there's this ledge here. So it's about just relaxing. And you see, I don't even have any erasers with me today. Let's see, in the little holes that the abalone mollusk uses. There's another hole there. There's those. Okay, so we have a pretty hard line here. So the idea is not to rush. And if you are drawing this with me and you want to keep going, you can take a screenshot if you want of this abalone. And even though this is so beautiful, it's got all this amazing stuff on it, I'm just going to focus now on the three-dimensional form and the highlights and shadows and the fun cast shadows. So we just have about 6 minutes left. So again, don't stress. It's all about just giving yourself 10 minutes out of your day to get away from the news. So much in the news. Oh, that kind of sounded like chalkboard, didn't it? And if you comment, I'm not going to see those right now. I'm not focusing on those so much because I am kind of drawing. And then I'm going to blend it with my blending stomp, which is kind of fun. I'm trying to be right in the middle here. But if you're watching on mobile, I don't really optimize these things for mobile. So my drawing might be off the page a little bit. So yeah, we could just look and appreciate its beauty. We got 5.5 minutes left. And a nice soft cast shadow here. So one reason I like to do these quick sketching exercises is just so that I don't have any excuses, because a lot of times my students or potential students in my membership say, I can't join, I don't have the time. And I say, well, you must have 10 minutes in the day. And if you're watching me now, that means you are just cruising around, maybe wasting your time on the internet. Now let's see. Yeah, I want the soft version. I'm going to put away the hard one. And let's see, some cast shadows. So if my sun's coming from my upper left, I'm going to make a shadow on the lower right hand of those little circles. 4.5 minutes. So you see how much I got done? And I could just add a little bit more. Certain point, even if you're working with just grayscale, you can give some ideas of the textures. There are some kind of like ridges. You can't really get that beautiful pearly iridescence, but that's okay. And if I touch this, I can feel that it actually comes down a bit on this edge. So I'll give this a little bit more of a shadow. And then I'll make this be a stronger shadow because this is a really deep edge inside of there. And it's deepest right here. It's almost like a cave. 3.5 minutes. So I'm going to try to be doing these as much as I can here live on wherever I'm live on. I think YouTube and Facebook. And it's going to just be random. I can't tell you when, but I'll try to post it before I go live. So if you're following me, I suggest you follow me on Facebook and YouTube, and then I think you'll get notification. How's that looking? Not bad. Another reason I like to practice sketching quickly is because I do a lot of my drawing in the field, at the beach and such. And if you try to sit down at a beach, you might know that a lot of times you're going to start getting bitten by sand flies, especially in the tropics, like where I like to go. Or you're going to get a sunburn, or you're going to get bitten by mosquitoes. So you don't always have much more than 10 minutes. And also, 2.5 minutes left. If you have just a limited amount of time, that helps to keep you from being too left-brained and too, in your head. And it just helps you to be a little bit braver, to just go for it, and releases perfectionism because you know that you can't really, be that perfect. If I had an eraser, I might add some highlights here and there. I don't, but I want to emphasize these little holes in the abalone. Yeah, and this is an edge that kind of goes like that. Okay, we got 1.5 minutes. So you see how easy this is, especially if you have something like charcoal where you can quickly lay down a whole bunch. And so when I have just hardly any time left, I'll just try to go really big and just make sure I have my full range of values that I possibly could. Really emphasizing where those shadows are. And then maybe getting just a little bit more. So I encourage you to try this. Go out somewhere in the field or just at home. You might have a seashell sitting around or a pine cone or a leaf. And, put the timer on and just keep that pencil moving is what I suggest. Keep that pencil moving. Okay, 45 seconds. Yeah, I think that's pretty close. Yeah, I think that's 35 seconds. And of course, I could work on this a lot longer if I want to. But again, the idea is not about creating a finished drawing. It's about just having some me time and just you learn so much more about something when you draw it than if you just take a picture of it, right? There's even a second cast shadow over here. We wouldn't see that during the day out at the beach, but we do have a strange lighting here in the studio. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Well, I hope I found some fun following along with my new series called Take 10 with Me. It's going to be 10-minute sketching challenges to keep me accountable and you accountable. There'll be various times and days as much as I can fit in. And yeah, be sure to follow me on Facebook and subscribe to me on YouTube or wherever you're watching this. And I hope you'll join in another time. And yeah, leave a comment below if you followed along, if you learned anything, if you enjoyed this process, and hope to see you next time. Bye.